Okay, scholars, today we're talking about finding the slope-intercept. The slope is the rate of change in a function. We use the letter M to denote the slope. We also use the change in y over the change in x. We use the rise over the run. And we use y2 minus y1 equals x2 minus x1. All right. So when we're finding the slope from a table, before you do anything, you want to find out what x represents. So x represents the number of video games and y represents the total cost. The difference between one x and another, you go from 2 to 4. The difference means you're going to subtract and you get a positive 2. The difference in your y's is 118. So now we have enough to fill in the information. M equals the change in y over the change in x equals the change in cost, because that's what y represents, over the change in the number of games, because that's what x represents. That then equals 118 over 2. You must simplify, and to simplify, we're going to divide both by a common number, which is 2, and we get 59 over 1. So this is the slope. In our next example, x represents the packages of wood flooring, y represents the total area floored. The difference between the x's on this one is positive 3. The difference between the x's on this one is positive 66. So the slope equals, again, the change in y over the change in x. The change in y is 66. The change in x is 3. And we must simplify, so we're going to divide both by 3. And we get 22 over 1, and that is the slope. All right. When getting the slope from a graph, we know that it's the rise over the run. When we rise up, it's positive. When we rise down, it's negative. When we rise to the left, it's negative, and to the right, when we run to the left, it's negative, and when we run to the right, it's positive. So you need to find a point on the graph where the line crosses at a corner. 2 corners, you need 2 points. So here's this one and this one. And there's no math, so we're just going to count. So M equals the change in y over the change in x. In this case, it's a graph, so it's the rise over the run. And you're going to start at this point here, and we're going to rise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to run 1, 2, 3, positive 3. So your slope is 5 over 3. Number 4, we're going to find 2 points that cross the, and this is, wait, let me go back. In number 3, this is a positive slope. Number 4, when you read your graph from left to right, if it's from here to the other side, if it's going down, that means it's a negative slope. Okay. Then again, we're going to find 2 points that cross at the corner. And we're going to count. We're going to go down 1, so that's negative 1, and over 1, 2, 3, 4, in the positive direction. So for this one, the slope equals the change in y over the change in x, which is the rise over the run. We said our rise was down, so it's -1, and our run was +4. So the slope is -1/4. Number 5. The points weren't on the copy that we made, so it is, we're going to add these points first. And again, we're going to count M equals the change in Y over the change in X equals the rise over the run. So we're going to rise 1, 2, 3, 4. And there is no run, so it's over 0. And because you can't divide by 0, the slope is undefined. Number 6. Again, our points are here and here. And the slope equals the change. Let me just erase that. The slope equals the change in Y over the change in X, which is the rise over the run, which is, we didn't rise, our rise is 0, and our run is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the slope is 0. All right, see you in the next video.